Now, acceleration is of two types, uniform acceleration and a non-uniform acceleration. Now, let's see what is uniform acceleration. Take the example of a car with a speed of 2 kilometers per hour. Means per hour it will cover a distance of a 2 kilometers. Means every hour 2 kilometers. Next hour again it will cover a distance of 2 kilometers. So total, if you see the difference here, it is 2 kilometers for equal intervals of time. That is, for 1 hour it is covering a distance of 2 kilometers. So that is nothing but a velocity is changing uniformly, means 2 kilometers per hour. So this acceleration is said to be uniform acceleration. Means here velocity changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration is said to be uniform acceleration. Similarly, if you consider a tip of a minute hand of a clock, so if you consider the movement of the minute hand in 5 minutes, then it will travel the same distance for every 5 minutes. Means its velocity is changing at a same rate. The means it is covering the same distance for 5 minutes. So it means the velocity is changing uniformly for equal intervals of time. So it is in a uniform acceleration. Second is non-uniform acceleration. Now what is meant by this? Non-uniform acceleration means the velocity is not changing uniformly. Means in equal intervals of time, the velocity changes will be different. Velocity changes by unequal amounts in equal time interval. That is nothing but non-uniform acceleration. Take for example a car with the changing speed. Now for first 30 minutes it is traveling a distance of 10 kilometers. In next 30 minutes it is covering a distance of 5 kilometers. Means here for first half an hour 10 kilometers means it is moving fast, and for next 30 minutes it is covering less distance 5 kilometers means it is moving slow. So here the speed is not constant, it is changing for equal intervals of time. So in this case the car is said to be having a non-uniform acceleration, means velocity changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. That is non-uniform acceleration. Now again, acceleration is of three types: positive acceleration, negative acceleration, and the third one is zero acceleration. Positive acceleration. Now if the velocity of an object increases, then it is said to have an accelerated motion, and the acceleration is said to be positive, and it is in the direction of a velocity. Here velocity is increasing. For example, the movement of a orbiting planets. Now these planets move in elliptical orbit. So in the movement of the orbiting planets, here the when the planet is near to the sun, at that time its velocity is very high, means the acceleration it is possessing, it is positive. Now next is the negative acceleration. Negative acceleration means when the velocity is decreasing, that time acceleration is said to be negative, and it is in the opposite direction of a velocity. Negative acceleration is also called as deceleration. For example, you know that when the car is moving on the road, when it is approaching near the signals, it has to wait. So the driver applies the brakes all of a sudden. So when the brakes of the car are applied at the signals, then the velocity is decreasing. Obviously, the acceleration is going to decrease. So such type of acceleration is said to be negative acceleration. Third type of acceleration is zero acceleration. If the velocity doesn't change, it remains constant with respect to time. Velocity remains constant. It doesn't change with respect to time. Means every time the velocity remains same. For example, 60 kilometers. Every time it is 60 kilometers for every 5 um, minutes or 5 hours. Then the acceleration is a zero acceleration. You can see in this figure here the velocity is here on a y-axis. Velocity is given, that is 60 kilometers per hour. Now if you take this on the x-axis, time is given in hours. So you see, after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, what is the velocity? Velocity is a 60 kilometers per hour. So it is remaining constant. You can see this is a actually velocity is on y-axis, but velocity is remaining constant. For any hour you take, velocity is remaining the same. So such type of a motion in which velocity remains constant with respect to time is said to be zero acceleration. Now distance time graph for uniform motion. You know what is meant by uniform motion. Equal distance in equal intervals of time. If it is there, then it is uniform motion. You can see here a car is traveling, and is distance covered in time interval, particular time interval is given in the table. You can see the difference in every interval. It is a 10 seconds. First is 0 seconds, then 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So the difference is a 10 seconds in every interval. Now here distance for 0 seconds it is at rest, means 0 distance. Then in 10 seconds it is covering 15 meters. Next 20 seconds it is covering a distance of 30 meters. Now you see the difference. From 0 seconds to 10 seconds it is covering 15 meters. Now next 10 seconds it will cover a distance again of a 15 meters. Again next 10 seconds it will cover a distance of 15 meters. So there is a equal distance in equal intervals of time. For every 10 second distance is 15 meters. So this is a uniform motion. Now how is the graph? If you plot the graph on a y-axis, you have to take the distance in meters, and on x-axis you have to plot time in seconds. So time readings are 0, 10, 20, 30 like that. So you plot it and take the distance from 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. You plot here. If you plot it and join the points, then observe the nature of the graph, how it is. You do this practically on a graph paper, then you will understand. So here the nature of the graph is a straight line graph. It is a straight line graph for a uniform motion. Now what does the straight line graph indicates? What is the relation between the distance and the time? If the time increases, then what about the distance? Is it increasing with the time? Think over it. We can see here, if the time is increasing, is the distance covered increasing? Yes. And how it is? In the same proportion. You can see it is increasing in the same proportion. So here we can put forward that relationship between distance and time, that is distance is directly proportional to the time. Means if time increases, distance is also going to increase. Use your brain power. In the distance time graph above, what does the slope of the straight line indicates? Now how to find out the slope of the graph? You have to take any 2 points on the line. This point and this point you take and make a triangle. Then it will be a right angle triangle. So this perpendicular distance will be nothing but it is distance, and a horizontal distance will be time. So with the help of a scale you can measure this time, and also distance you can measure. So divide distance by time. Slope is given by, slope of a graph is always given by this. If this angle you take theta, then opposite to theta is d. So d upon t it will be, and that is nothing. Distance upon time is nothing but the speed. So the slope of the graph gives you the speed. Take this angle theta, and here is 90 degree. So slope will be always equal to the side which is opposite to angle, that is d upon t, and distance upon time is nothing but the speed. So nature of a graph for a uniform motion is a straight line graph.